Far too long, academia has neglected the depth of inner knowing in search of an outwardly expanding vision of knowledge that could be quantified and parsed neatly into rational silos. Subjects like shamanism and thinkers like Carl Jung were systematically eliminated from traditional academic inquiry because of the slippery nature of the subject matter these thinkers dared to explore, that subject matter of our own humanity, of our souls. There appears to be a resurgence of these topics today, not just in academia, but in the larger culture as well. As our speaker tonight engages the question of why shamanism now, I invite you to clear the space of past prejudices against ideas that challenge our rational minds and open the space for the intellect to dialogue with parts of ourselves that are deeper, more emotional, and more intuitive. We're very fortunate this evening to have a visual representation of shamanic themes on this stage created by artist Mikkal Johnson. Michael, could you stand up? He's also been drumming for us. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they gorgeous? These pieces came from the vision he received 3 years ago to create nature-based art to help people reconnect with the earth. You'll have an opportunity to meet with Mikkal Johnson in the reception following tonight's talk just across the hall. Our speaker tonight is C. Michael Smith, a.k.a. Mikkal. Mikkal is author of Jungian Shamanism and Dialogue, Psychotherapy in the Sacred, and the forthcoming The Archetypal Heart. He is editor of 8 volumes of the Shamanic Applications Review, author of many articles on indigenous healing and psychotherapy, most recently, Indigenous Views of Heart, Heart Health and Disease, a medical anthropological study. Initiated into the Ecuadorian Quechua path of the Achek via Don Alberto Taxo, and by the Cherokee Metis healer Ig Vindowea, Mikkal teaches workshops on shamanic healing and shamanic counseling internationally, and has been a shamanic practitioner and Jungian psychologist for more than 25 years. A licensed clinical psychologist, his work is recognized for bridging the realms of depth psychology and shamanic healing. In 1996 at New York University, his book, Psychotherapy in the Sacred, was acclaimed at the NAA Gradiva Awards for its spiritual contributions to the field of depth psychology. Mikkal is director of Crow's Nest Center for Shamanic Studies in Southwest Michigan. There are many friends of Crow's Nest here. Could you guys stand up and be recognized right now? Friends of Crow's Nest. They'll be helping us with some drumming later. And he also sponsors an annual Vision Quest and Wounded Healer Wilderness Retreat on South Manitou Island. He is currently teaching shamanism in North America and Europe, and the Cutting Edge Psychotherapy Training Center Institute Resources in Brussels, Belgium, and at the Centre Tri-Murti, a spiritual retreat center on the French Riviera near Saint-Tropez. Busy guy. Will you please help me in welcoming C. Michael Smith?
Can you hear me? Let's see if we can adjust the mic. Can you hear me now? Bring it a little closer. Before I begin the discussion tonight, I would first like to acknowledge the Great Spirit, and I'm going to do this in 2 ways. I am going to sing a chant inviting the Great Spirit to arise in our hearts. This is the Great Iru, Nigize Manido. The chants themselves are prayers, but when I'm finished with the chant, then I'm going to speak directly with the Great Spirit. Magize manado, magize manado, well, well. To invite you to stand with me. O Great Spirit, it is me, Mikkal, you today, who I felt your voice on the wind. I felt your touch in the rains. And sometimes at night, I hear you chant with the coyotes under a full moon. Thank you for my life. Thank you for our lives. Thank you for these friends here this evening who've come to learn. Help us to be better humans. Forgive us our foolish ways, our stupid mistakes. Forgive us for the ways we have hurt Mother Earth and one another. Help us to open our hearts, to learn to listen to your voice there, that it may direct us, so that we create beauty and not ugliness, so that we no longer harm the earth, but bring gifts, so that we can enjoy the purple, magenta sunsets. And when we return to you, come with clean hands, without shame, and an open heart. Kisi me guacho.